Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
Stop. You're doing it wrong. It's Leviosa, not Leviosar.
Fine, you do it, Hermione.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Really? Oh, you're very proud of yourself, aren't you?
Well, I didn't I?
Well,
If you'd study more, you'd be able to do it.
Students, we need to start the episode.
oh,
Take your seats. Today, we don't learn of the 3 curses. Instead, we do our top 5 games from Halloween. Oh, Halloween's been cruel to me. My leg, I once lost a toe in Halloween. Oh, that was a rough one. And it's also very funny. When you lose your middle toe, it's painful. The pinky has a name. The big toe has an attitude. The middle toe, no one cares of it.
so he's gonna drink?
I think he's already had enough.
Children, I've got more. It's the only way I get through the day. All right, now I didn't flip the deal. You guys all right? We're looking at the...
Yeah.
Okay. So... I don't know what...
That was kind of cute.
Yeah,
Nobody cares. It doesn't have a name.
That's right. No one cares. Can't even name the middle toes.
Because it's not a ring toe.
I know. It's just there. It's just lost. All right. I think we should probably... Do you want to start with our top 5s there, Harry? Harry? Top 5
I'll be happy.
Halloween games, which could also cover, from my standpoint, horror. If you would only know the things that my missing eye had seen.
I don't want to know.
Oh, God.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think that's why it was taken from me so cruelly.
All right. So this has been fun. I got to cosplay them. This is great. Pretty excited about this. But my number 5 for Halloween is going to be Last Night on Earth. This is actually when Jason and I started playing board games. I had grown up in board games, but not super heavy. But when we got into it as a couple, that's when it really skyrocketed. And Last Night on Earth was one of the first. It wasn't the first, but it was one of the first ones that we played together. And it's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of very thematic things going on, including a soundtrack and cards that definitely fit the horror genre. So
Nice.
Last Night on Earth, my number 5.
Very scary.
Ooh.
Scary.
Halloweenish.
All right, my number 5, and I have to be very careful with this box. It's a valuable object in our house, Witch's Brew. It was very hard to find. So...
Hence my dog's enjoyment.
Right. So this is a very cool game because you're playing to make potions. You're gathering ingredients and making potions. But the cool mechanic of this is that you're playing from different rolls that you have in your hand. You choose 5 rolls to play for that round, and then you're picking each turn which roll you're going to place down. If you place down, you want to be this kind of witch, and then it moves on to the next person who reveals their card, and they say, well, no, I'm this witch.
Ooh.
They get to take whatever power you are going to have as that role. So there's kind of that element of trying to guess what other people are going for, trying to play the different roles to get the different powers at the right time so that you don't get that taken away from you by somebody else. So there's some different little aspects to the cards, like there's crows on some cards that will do different things, and I'm trying to remember Broom Service is the one that we've played more recently. And so I was kind of torn which one to pick for my list, but I think I like this one a little bit better.
Nice. And of course, Hermione is the strongest of the witches. Most powerful.
How appropriate.
Right.
Before I start mine, let me check the AC, and I am going to flip that around just so I can make
Yeah,
sure
we'll
we
hold
don't.
that.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Hold this staff.
It's taller than I am.
That's a really nice staff.
Are we ready? Yes.
Shake that eye. Watch yourself.
My number 5. My number 5 Halloween scary game, Ghost Stories. Cooperative. It's one of the early ones. Very, very hard game to win. And it's a ghost story from like an Asian kind of standpoint. So, but scary characters all the way around and a challenge and difficult to win.
I haven't met too many people who have won it.
I know. It's always hard. I always have to bring my flask. Now for some of the real thing.
There you go. Oh, goodness. Yeah, he's a character actor. So, all right. So my number 4 is Kingsport Festival. I really like this one. I had played the one that it's kind of sort of based off of that isn't so Halloween-y Cthulhu themed, and I just really like the way that it has, you know, you roll the dice and you take this roll, but now somebody else can't take that roll. So that's really fun. And of course, you've got all of the H.P. Lovecraft monsters in there. So that's my number 4.
Okay.
My eye makes noises.
It does. It's a little bit unnerving to hear
unsettling.
the rattle of your
Right.
eye.
And I
Shake
have
it.
zero
Shake it. Yeah.
depth perception.
It's okay.
feel like
Just
I
as
did
long
lose
as you
a
don't
battle
turn
with
me
a
into a
dragon.
ferret, I think we're good.
That's right. I forget.
Mutation.
Yes.
Transmutation.
Yes, he gets in trouble. Is it transmutation or transmalgamation?
Mutation.
Mutation. Thank you.
So here's my number 4.
Good
This one was a little bit of a stretch, but it's monstery, right? So that's Halloween-y.
Well, they have a Halloween.
And you've got the expansion.
Right.
So yeah, you get Pumpkinhead and
I've had it for a really long time and I haven't played it yet.
Really?
What I'm really, really disappointed in, and I'm going to put this out here. We don't have the penguin.
Oh,
I really, really want that penguin.
that's a travesty.
I don't
People are
think you guys
charging a
understand.
crazy amount of money for the penguin.
Which is sad because I love penguins.
Really? You're a penguin aficionado.
I am. So, yeah.
And
What-
who doesn't like to be King Kong with an Elvis hairdo?
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
with you on the
really.
king. Is it the waddle that draws you to the penguin?
Well, I'm a Birds of Prey kind of fan, so, and they're the cute version.
They are. As they go in and they eat little fish.
Little fishes.
Yeah.
Because they're so delicious.
And then it's the
Gotta go fishing.
it's the leopard seals that just tear them up.
Oh, no, we don't talk
Let's
about
not go there.
Oh,
Yeah, he's getting really into this Halloween thing.
Yeah, blood and guts and gore.
sorry. If you only knew the things that I was.
Actually, that squid monster, that's the one I always play.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like Robo Bunny.
Robo
Pink Robo Bunny.
Yeah.
I do like Robo. Yeah, he's a little
Yeah.
crazy. I like to go do the Robo now and then. Oddly enough, and are you able to reach? You may not be able to get it. Maybe a little easier than me.
Yours is in here too.
Right there. Right there. You can leave
That
that
one.
one. Yes.
There you go. We've got ours crammed into the same
yes,
box.
yep. I had this in the same box, but I love the little Halloween breakout, and what it adds in there as well as costumes. So you're adding in these costumes, which is a little
Yeah.
twist. And I will admit, we don't play it as often. It does seem to come out right as we get in October, though. Bo usually wants to. The pumpkin guy scares him a little bit. He's 8, but it's a demonish kind of thing. And I can't remember with my
Has he
depth. Oh
watched
yeah, we got
Ichabod?
Boogie. No, he hasn't.
Boogie
Boogie
Woogie.
Woogie is a thrill. You've got
Pumpkinhead,
you've got Pumpkin Jack.
Pumpkin Jack, yeah.
And then you've got all the evolution cards are changed a little bit. And then you got extra little monster things that are all in the costume. So definitely my number 4, King of Tokyo, Halloween expansion. Halloween expansion.
Yeah. What he said. So my number 3 is Legendary Alien. I'm a huge Alien franchise fan. I'm so excited they're coming out with a 3rd film finally. Yes, that was a joke. Being a huge fan of the Alien franchise and also enjoying the other Legendary games, when this one came out, I was so stoked, and we played it, and everybody kept telling me, you're not gonna win. It's really difficult. You're not gonna win. And I played it at BGG last year, and the people I played with, it worked out really well. We were playing the 2nd film, and we tore it up. We had one chest burster, and that was right at the end of the game. So I really enjoyed this game. So.
Hey, when you've only got one chest burster, I mean, that's a win
Just
right
one.
there.
Just the one.
Yeah, when they're ripping out. Like the leopard.
I don't know. I keep thinking of is it Meatballs? The
what
one
is
that comes
it?
out and starts
Spaceballs.
dancing.
Hello, my baby.
Spaceballs.
Hello, my honey.
Hello, my ragtime
Such
gal.
a good movie.
That is good.
Okay.
Ooh.
So here's my number 3, Ghost Blitz. This is a brain burner. I don't think Mickie enjoyed this game.
I
maybe as
enjoyed
much
it.
as
I do enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I think the one that really doesn't enjoy it is Jason.
Okay.
Because he doesn't like the fast kind of thing anyways, but then he's like, okay, fine, take my cards.
Yeah. So this is definitely speed based because you're racing against other players to grab things, objects out on the table. And I'll pull some of them out because they're pretty cool components. But in this game, the rules change along the way. And so that's where things start to get a little bit muddled.
Yeah, very.
So you're going to be seeing cards that have these different objects on them. And depending on what the rules are at that point in time, you're going to grab certain objects based on what you see on the cards. So in some cases, you'll be looking for the color that is not displayed on the card, or the object,
incorrect.
right, the object that is not pictured on the card.
So in this case, it would be the flashlight.
And then in more complicated rounds, you see that there's a clock reflected in the mirror. You may need to grab something that is reflected in the mirror. So it gets pretty crazy when you get deeper into the game and you've got all of these different rules that are kind of compounding on each other, and your brain's trying to go one way when you really need to go the other
Or
way.
you get stuck on a rule that you were trying to do the last round, but now it's a whole new round and it's got a whole new rule. So.
And is this not the cutest ghost ever? Can you see his little curly Q mustache? I mean, seriously.
Do you have the one with the girl ghost?
No.
Where she's getting ready for the date?
No.
Oh, we need to do that.
Yep. So, Ghost Blitz. It's a fun one.
Very interesting. Never even heard of this. Now it's all in German on the outside, so it hasn't. They've got English rules I can see.
So, I don't know. I know that the Lady Ghost version is newer, and I don't know if they've republished this. We've had this for a couple years now, I want to say.
How quickly does it play?
It's pretty quick.
Like
What does the box
25,
say?
30 minutes?
30 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
And by that point, your brain is burned. So
Oh,
it's
very
probably
burned.
good that it's not much longer than that. But it's a lot of fun. It gets a little crazy and everybody's going, oh, I grabbed the wrong piece.
Now my number 3, or my third Halloween game, I tried to look around not to put it on, because if you've seen our party episode, and why wouldn't have you have gone and watched our party
watch
episode,
it if
please
you
go watch
haven't.
it. Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah, you're going to see this on there, but it just kept showing up, and I thought, you know what? I had a few other choices, but I thought that is not something that would beat this for Halloween, if we had a Halloween party werewolf.
Yeah.
It's just at
Every
this
party.
house, yeah, we just
Every
end
party
it.
werewolf,
and
always.
we get everybody
Win and
together, yeah. And there's always, I mean, we always have a wonderful, wonderful game of it, and so it definitely had to be on my list, so I put it at 3rd.
Number 3.
Good call.
You're definitely looking at me a little different. You're looking at my wrong eye.
I know.
You're
I can't,
looking
It's
at...
freaking her out.
If
Yeah.
it didn't make a sound, if it wasn't
It's funny,
noisy,
you keep
it would
looking
be,
at my other eye.
Yeah.
All right, you look great, by the way. Both of you look wonderful.
Ditto.
She's
look
like
wonderful.
the best Hermione. She's
This
adorable.
is what my hair looks like on camera.
There you go.
So my number 2 is Mysterium. I know we've talked about this one before, but you've got a player that's playing the ghost, and everyone else is, a supernatural investigator trying to figure out who killed whom and with what and where. And it's just a lot of fun. Everybody kind of gets into it, and with the cards, the beautiful art, you're trying to figure out what's going on, but the ghost can't say anything.
So frustrating.
You do get really frustrated, but it's a good frustrated.
Yes.
So my number 2 is Mysterium.
Good call.
Very nice.
Okay. Got a big box here for my number 2. I hope I'm saying this right.
Yes.
We say Flute der Mumie.
I think that's perfect.
Okay.
I'll go
So
with
this
it.
could probably be qualified as a kid's game too. But you have one person, kind of like what you just described with Mysterium, who is the mummy, and then everyone else is grave robbers, essentially. So you're going through this tomb, and there is a magnet on the board that is going to go around, and the mummy is going to be looking out for the archaeologists as they go through the tomb on the other side of the board. So the mummy can see where the archaeologists are, but the archaeologists can't see where the mummy is. So you're trying to collect these treasures that are hidden along this maze, and trying not to get killed by the mummy. So it's a little bit, I think, maybe harder, kind of like Mysterium, for one person has a totally different goal.
It seems kind of like, from your description, it seems like a backwards Whitechapel.
See, I haven't played it. Oh, I know it.
You'd be a great Jack the Ripper.
I've never heard that before. Thanks.
Yes.
Right.
Cutting wit. So I've heard a lot of good things about this. Is this out of print?
I believe it is.
I think because I tried to get this once and couldn't find it. Of course, Steven found it.
Yep.
He's good.
He's good at finding the
He is
obscure
very
games.
good. What is your game collection number? Do you know?
I think we're
350, I'm
around
guessing.
300 and some right now.
Wow. Yeah. Because
So-
you've got great obscure games.
Thanks.
And I like the fact that this one's right from Germany. Flute der Mumie, I believe. Very nice. My number 2, Zombicide. Now, any one of the Zombicides, we'll just say the regular Zombicide. If you're going to have a Halloween thing and you want that press of the zombie horde, Zombicide will give that to you. Zombicide is the most thematic feeling of the press of the zombies that you can get from the zombie game genre. You don't, okay. I'm just saying, the game starts, there's none on the board, and as soon as you start going into these little buildings, they just start flooding. By the end of it, you've got a press, a horde, the true feeling of the overwhelming horde coming at you.
Okay.
Now, yes, the rules can be a little gamey, but they're designed to set up so that press, that weight of the horde is there. And that's why I like Zombicide. It really hits the thematic feel of the movie for that, what makes the zombies dangerous, just that overwhelming herd of zombie. What is clicking?
Your dog.
My dog is making a
I
clicking
think so.
noise.
It's not.
It's not your
It's
eye.
not my eye. I stopped moving and I'm like, I'm still hearing the clicking.
Right?
I feel like it's a dragon coming from my other eye. Sorry. Your numero.
So my numeral uno is precisely the reason why I just made that face at his answer, because Dead of Winter is so much better. It's so incredibly thematic, and you've got this whole. My favorite part of this is not only do you have these different themes, and yes, the zombie horde really gets crazy the moment you go into these buildings. You make noises, and that can draw the zombies in. So that not only that, we have also that you have these hidden roles, and the best part about these hidden roles is even if you aren't a traitor, you have these roles like
Hoarding food.
Hoarding food or
Hate that
medicine
one.
or things like that, and you're not giving that up when you're doing these things. So people go, "You're the traitor,"
Yeah.
and you're like, "No, I'm really not."
Yeah.
And you guys don't understand, I'm not. So it's really great, and it's a lot of fun. And I guess in that aspect, it's got some serious like Battlestar Galactica going on, and I just really enjoy this game. It's incredibly thematic, and there's different ways to play it as well. So.
Need to play that again. I've only played it once with you guys.
Oh, you need to play it with me
Yeah.
over and over and over again.
They have the Crossroads deck, right? That throws
Yeah,
out
every single time somebody takes a turn, you pull out the crossroads, and if they happen to do what it is on the card, something
Yeah, there's
happens.
somebody literally sitting there saying, "Okay, you just did this."
Yeah,
Boom,
yeah.
This triggers.
So it does. It gets to that point where you're running out of food. You need to make sure that you don't have too many people in the colony. So it's a lot of fun.
And they're supposed to have Plaid Hat's supposed to have more games coming out with that.
They're going to do a
Crossroads deck.
space one.
That's what I heard. a
Yeah,
little
I'm pretty
sci-fi.
excited about that
I am.
too. So
I am. I think that'll be great. The only negative, I'm not a big fan of cardboard standees. I don't know
Oh
why.
yeah.
I just don't.
You prefer a plastic or something?
Yeah, and I know
figurine?
the art was good. I guess it's maybe the minis that I like, but the cardboard just, although they do a good job on that, I just for some reason, just with me, it takes me out of the feeling of the theme
Yeah.
for me. I mean, although
get
they're
that.
good, it's just I don't
But there's
know.
a dog, and it's
There
wearing
is. I like the
a
dog.
cape.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I do
that's
like the
pretty cool.
dog. Yes,
A lot of fun.
yeah.
Okay, number one. I do not own number one. I know, but I really
Whoa.
love it. It's Mysterium.
Oh, yep.
So totally
It's
agree.
okay. You can come play with me.
Yeah, totally agree with everything that Mickie has said, especially the recent reprint. Really cool components. Really like, I know we've talked about the stand for the ghost cards.
Yeah, that player shield's
Super
phenomenal.
slick, yeah. And it's just a great experience every time I've played, whether you're the ghost or not.
And for me, Betrayal House on the Hill.
Have
I
not
know
played
it's a little wonky on occasion, but I played it with my wife, who I didn't think was going to like it, and another couple, and she loved it. Now, I will say that can be a hit or miss game.
Well,
Why
and it
didn't you
depends on
think-
your scenario too,
Right,
because some of
that
those
is
scenarios at the end,
exactly right.
we had one that was like a banshee or something that got stuck in a room, and it's like, oh well, we are just to go collect these things, and the banshee was stuck in the room, going, why am I even taking turns? And then there was a Frankenstein that ran around, and if he even got remotely close to you, because you had to get close to him, he would kill you in one hit. So that was, I mean, that's kind of my complaint about the game, is that there's so many scenarios that are almost no win.
I haven't played that scenario, but yeah, you go in as a group, and you're all working together, and there's an exploring factor of the house, which is neat, and then you're picking things up along the way that can help you, and that's all great. But at some point, the game's going to turn, and one of you is going to be bad. So you're kind of like, well, you're getting a lot of good stuff, and maybe you want to share that a little bit or whatever. And then boom, the thing, the what do they call them? I know it's not a scenario, or is it a scenario? Boom, you turn to a page. Here's the deal. You read your instructions as the bad
We read
person.
ours.
We read ours. We go forth, and so there's a little bit of, you don't know what we're trying to do. We don't necessarily know what you're trying to do. So I like that aspect. But yes, it can be kind of swingy. We happen to have one that was so thematic, it came right down to the end, and we won, and it was just so much fun. That and it was funny when Liz heard I was doing the list. Usually she doesn't say anything. She's like, "You got to get Betrayal House on the Hill on there." And I was
Why
like,
did you think she wouldn't like it at first?
I did not think she was gonna like kind of the horror-ish
Okay.
theme, and she's not. I shouldn't say she doesn't like exploration games, because we played Castaways, which is this phenomenal island survival game, and it's really story based. But I thought this was gonna lose her, and we gave it a shot, and she loved it.
Cool.
So there we go.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and I happen to be a horror genre fan, so I got really excited about this list.
That's cool. Now, what is the darkest game? I know it may not have made this list for you. What's the darkest game you played, whether you liked it or not? I mean, was there anything that was so dark?
To be honest, there hasn't been a lot that really got super dark for me. Obviously, some of the scenarios for Dead of Winter do get pretty dark, pretty grim. And when you have those crossroads, there are some pretty dark ones in that, especially if the mother character finds her little kid, and then the kid is a zombie. Stuff goes down.
Yeah,
but
that's pretty grim.
Yeah, that's pretty grim. And I just, I kind of still have to set with that one because I haven't found a game that really got the horror so much. But like I said, I love horror movies. So.
No Arkham horror for anybody?
You know, I thought about it, but then I was like, I like Kingsport better.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was my Cthulhu game. I
There
do
you go.
love me some
Right.
Cthulhu, so.
All right, there you go. Cool. All right, it's the Beauties and the Chief. Since we started with our little cosplay deal, thank you, Mickie. We didn't throw that out there, but hey, because I'm Mad Eye Moody, who knows what I might say? With my eye wiggling around. What'd you do? I could see it from the other side. I was looking at, yes. Now, what are you doing? I knew you were doing
It freaks her out. I don't know.
It makes a sound.
Do
All
it.
right, see you guys. Oh, yeah.
Accio credits.